Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Art or Fart. Today I will be the artist in question, Ihasnotomato, and with me I have an art critic and an art cricket. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm a cricket.
Oh my god. That's brilliant.
That's good.
So today we're doing, for another 15-year anniversary video, Mabini had the suggestion of going through all my thumbnails and kind of talking about, like, sort of a retrospective throughout all the series that we've done. And we've collaborated in gathering all the pictures together that we could. There is probably a couple of gaps. We tried our best to get everything we possibly could find. So I've got in order, I've got all the thumbnails that I did, and then there's another folder I have which has a bunch of like kind of secondary pictures I did for other reasons for SAIM Industries.
Okay.
But yeah, before we could just kind of look through them and talk about them. I say I thought it was Mabini's idea. I'm just helping. First thing I wanted to describe before we get into it is I just want to talk about like how I made the first few thumbnails, because I don't know a lot of people, if not a lot of people know how my art process went, but originally the way I did digital art was that I didn't do digital art at all. I actually drew things on paper, inked it, and then scanned it into my computer and colored it in Illustrator. So that's what this, the first good amount of thumbnails were made. I actually drew them all on paper first and then scanned them into my computer. And you can tell because like there is some really weird kind of like line distortions and stuff. This is all a result of this is like, here is a great example of the computer like failing to scan the line art very well. But yeah, so that's how I made them. So I just wanted to get that out of the way right away. But here we have the first
question from the peanut gallery real quick.
Yes.
This is the hard-hitting question I promised earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if you explained why, but why were all the early thumbnails piss filtered?
Great question. I plead the fifth. No, the answer is that I don't know. Yellow was the color of SAIM. It was like the color of our thing, and I just thought, okay, that'll be our thing. We're yellow, and then every background was piss yellow. This is not the best yellow in the world. I definitely wouldn't have done that these days. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen Jack's films doing his retrospective stuff, but he has a bingo card thing where he says, would have done that differently. And I think I'd do that for nearly every single thumbnail.
That's pretty fair.
But this thumbnail already is interesting. So this was for a series. This was Gary's Mod Death Run. And this was not the thumbnail for the series. This was a thumbnail for one episode. And that episode thumbnail wasn't even colored. I don't even remember when or why I colored this.
This was for the poster.
For the poster.
On my birthday.
Yeah. So that's what this is. So also the context for this is there was this robot man running around. This is Liberty Prime actually from Fallout 3, which I would learn many years later. Yeah. I didn't know what it was at the time because I'd never got that far in Fallout 3 because that game sucks. Anyway, then you got me here, my little character, Tomato, a very early rendition. Oh, I should also mention this. This is one of the original designs of the Tomato character, right? This is more representative of me than the character. But obviously, he used to look like a white metal Sonic for anyone who's new. This is not what my current avatar looks like, but yeah. So you'll see this version a lot where he looks like
I'm pretty sure
Sonic.
you're still a white metal Sonic. You just shaved off the quills.
Yeah.
That is slander, and I will be taking you to court. Regardless, as you can see, I was really good at drawing poses in action, and so good, in fact, that I doubted people's ability to tell what was happening, so I had to write trip here, because that's what's supposed to be happening. I'm supposed to be tripping, but it just looks like I've drawn running really, really badly, which I also did.
Yeah.
Everyone just loves action on them on the POs.
But yeah, so I don't know if you guys got any questions or comments on this, but...
I mean, I was just going to point out that and it's a common mistake that you made, and I also adopted the same style for a bunch of the stuff that I did for some of my artwork. Is sometimes you'd be inking everything, or you'd be fill bucketing everything, and there'd be like one bit that you just didn't do, and then you come back like a year or two later and you'd be like, God damn it, I missed like that little bit there.
Like this, like the shoulder on
like that right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yep, there's a lot of that kind of stuff. By the
If
way,
you
I
look
don't
at-
have Mabini's thumbnails. Mabini's has actually made quite a lot of thumbnails throughout the years. Not as many as me, but they aren't here. If we want to do that, that'll be another video. If we want to go for your
Yeah.
thumbnails. But anyway, so yeah, this was the first ever one, and then after this, I guess I was like, yeah, we should make thumbnails for all of them. So the next one
The
we have,
humble beginnings.
the next one we have the classic. The original Wind Waker thumbnail. I gotta admit, I'm pretty nostalgic for this thumbnail. I do like this.
Yeah.
I hate what's going on up here though. What the fuck? Why is this all? What's this? Why did the line art get so thick? Again, that's a great example of the printer scanner doing weird shit.
Yeah, this was
But,
back when I had my old Crusader get up before I, adopted the normal robes.
Yeah, I think that was just because I forgot to draw this. I think I draw it every now and then, but I mainly don't. So this is a redraw of the King of Red Lions in Wind Waker. A lot of my thumbnails are just redraws of things from the games that we play. That just makes it easier and recognizable. But
just
you
makes
will
sense.
see a version of this thumbnail a lot later on when we did Wind Waker 2. I also wanted to comment that this is probably the first time, well, not first, but like maybe the last time, if ever, that I actually drew Mabini's character in the canonical way, where he doesn't have a neck.
Yeah.
Which is how it's supposed to look, but I just never liked it, I guess.
No. Yeah.
It's no offense or anything. I just like the way it looked with like a more normal head. But he's not supposed
Yeah.
to. He's not supposed to have a neck.
No, originally he was like that, and yeah, it changed, and I've had no problem with it changing. I was like,
Yeah,
that looks nicer. It looks like a person.
Yeah. Also, we got AIM written on the flag. I did flag on the sail. I did remove that in the new version, which we'll get into
Yeah.
later. I don't know. Felt a bit egotistical, I suppose. But yeah, so there's the original one. I still like this picture. I'm nostalgic for it.
I think it's iconic for the time.
I think so too. I think it's
Oh,
mainly it's
definitely.
iconic because I redrew it, but also it's the first like proper thumbnail, I'd say.
Yeah. I
Um,
remember you showing us like the early versions of it, like before you colored it and everything at school. You were like, look at this, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
It's the coolest thing I've literally ever drawn, I think. to
Yeah.
this day. Then we got Mario Party 4. So I actually think that I drew all these thumbnails probably close to each other because we were recording them all at the same time.
Yeah.
As you can
Yeah,
see
that would-
again,
that would
at the
make
top
sense.
here, some BS is happening. I think I
Yeah.
obviously
Bro,
have
are
just
you,
drawn in this
are
part.
you sure? Are you sure this isn't AI? Bro,
You know,
your
it's-
4 is pretty fucking melted, man.
Yeah, this is exactly how many fingers does she have? Yeah. Yeah, nothing really to say about this, I guess, other than, obviously the first example of me drawing the characters in costumes. This is kind of a personal thing I have. I've tried to kind of avoid it in more recent years. I've never loved the idea of having the YouTubers like dressed up as the characters necessarily. I don't know why. It kind of weirds me out a bit. Sometimes. I've done it many times, obviously, but like
I always loved the bit of seeing what you were gonna dress us up as each time we started a new series.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I still do it from time to time. Like, particularly, I suppose if the outfit is compatible with our characters, which my character in particular is usually not because of this stupid head. But, like, I think, like, with the recent Sonic Heroes thumbnail, like, I think when I was pitching it to Mabini, he said, like, why don't you just have us, like, dressed up as the Sonic characters? And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Not Sonic characters, I refuse. But anyway, here we are dressed up as our...
I can only imagine why. but-
as our characters, who I think we still played as all the way in Mario Party Superstars or whatever it was, and also Wario.
Well, I mean, it
was
would
there
make
doing
sense.
nothing.
I think you couldn't play as Daisy, you might play as Peach.
I definitely played as Daisy.
Nintendo would have to hold me at gunpoint to make me not play as Waluigi.
Yeah, so I think we would definitely
Not
play
that
as the
hard.
same people. You'll see it again. We do play Mario Party again way later on. Anyway, and this picture was supposed to sort of represent the whole thing, where it's like Frank was out front. I was trying to chase Frank, and Mabini was using traps and stuff to get ahead, and Warriors in the back, the NPC not doing anything. Okay, then we got nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
So
now we're back
obviously,
to peak.
yeah, obviously this is supposed to illustrate Frank enjoying the game and me not so much, but Mabini's sort of along for the ride. I'm not proud of this thumbnail. I don't know if you guys have noticed very subtly that I did not bother to draw the machine.
I wonder why.
The vehicle. I think I literally looked at it and I think I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. It's too much.
I'm not putting the cognitive functions in my brain to trace this dog shit garbage.
Well, that's the thing.
Like,
It is dog shit
well, not
garbage.
trace, but redraw this dog shit garbage.
I think I did use this particular. This is the starting vehicle. I put this particular vehicle A because it's iconic to nuts and bolts, and B because it's just stupid. And I thought, like, this is stupid, and I'm mad. I'm crossing my legs and I'm all pissed off. We got. I think this is supposed to be like Go Juice or something like.
Well, it's GOG because like one of the running like bits is a lot of things in the game is called like GOG.
Oh, really?
Abbreviated into different things. Yeah.
See, I don't even remember that. I just thought like it was sort of representative of all the stuff that we were constantly drinking, like all sorts of 2-liter bottles.
No, it's
things.
LOGs. GOG.
I don't know.
It's LOG.
I think that it's like Go Juice. Because we were like, we gotta drink our go-go juice, and it was like lemonade or some shit. By the way, do you like the inconsistency with my jacket? Because I couldn't decide on what my character looked like. He's got red cuffs and stuff there, and here he's got like blue cuffs and a red thing. So I just couldn't decide.
Maybe they're just two different jackets.
Anyway, this thumbnail's alright. I like it. It's pretty to the point.
Something I noticed at one point. Sometimes Frank has black eyes, and sometimes he has purple eyes.
Oh yeah. I don't know. So have people seen the original picture of Frank?
I don't think we've ever put it on screen. No.
Oh well, we should do that for this.
And I can tell you, I sure as shit do not have this fucking artifact, and I have no clue where the fuck any of you get this artifact from.
But yeah, it was based off of I don't know where the original picture came from, honestly.
I was a shitter in, pretty sure this was 9th grade, maybe 10th grade, doing one of those like fucking fantasy character creator things. And I was fucking around and I was like, oh, if I ink up like this upper part of his face, it kind of looks like, he's like a bony guy with like rotting flesh and like, oh, he's kind of like a lich guy. Oh, this is pretty cool. I'm just going to like use this for my like YouTube shit.
And then you gave me when we were doing SAIM, I remember asking like, what do you want to be represented as? And you just gave me that photo. And that's what I've been enjoying ever since.
Because originally when we started Minecraft, it was just a Wing Karibo in a suit.
Oh yeah. That's true.
And then when we wanted to swap off of Minecraft and actually have like representation, and you'll see this too in a lot of our early videos, where it's just, I hadn't decided yet on like on a character or whatever. So they had to take what was currently my Steam profile picture, and so it changes every video.
I did see that.
I was constantly changing my Steam
profile. As I was looking for these,
picture.
We had a few thumbnails and stuff that had like us changing our icons and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I finally landed on like the Lich design, and I was like, oh yeah, we're doing this now.
I wanted to point out though, it's not a recent thing as I thought it was. It's been a thing the whole time. That one of my main inspirations for drawing Frank is Brooke from One Piece, even all the way back here. This is when
as is an honor to be told.
Yeah, but it's just funny that like this was probably the first, like around the time that we first started watching One Piece together, and then there was like a good like 10-year gap. And recently I got back into One Piece, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna use Brooke as an inspiration. I was already doing that shit, man. You can tell the way his mouth was going. Like, oh. So now we got this is V8 Supercars. So I saw the note that you left, which was that apparently I ran out of ink on my regular pen, so this is the thick pen. This is why it's all a lot thicker.
Yeah.
Also, I hadn't figured out what our colors were yet. So you're obviously red. You were easy, but I was green. And Frank was blue. Now, obviously, the inspiration for this was that Mabini was very insistent on playing V8 Supercars. He wanted to play it super badly, and he loves it. He loves it. Whereas Frank and I, we're not super into it. We're not that great at it. So
we have 2 fingers on our hands, so we can't really like steer the wheel and do stick shift at the same time correctly.
But also,
it's a very fucked up disability that we both have to make us play racing games.
That mischievous green.
The front of my car is a Nissan Altima.
Is it?
And so it made me wonder, you must have found a picture of a V8 supercar, and so you found like a Nissan Altima supercar. If I had to guess, I almost certainly just typed in V8 Supercar on Google Images and clicked the first thing. Yeah.
Whereas like this is like the most generic car I've ever drawn in my life. And these two back here, but this was
and at the time those were brand new in V8 Supercars, so
oh, okay.
So that's probably why that popped up.
Is it good? Is it relevant to the game at all?
No, we couldn't play those in the game.
Well, there you go.
So, but yeah.
He's a time traveler.
At least you got it. Okay, so next up was Synergy, and this surprised me because I really thought this was a bit later, but looking through the video uploads, this was apparently when. Not much to say about this one. We're all dressed up as rebels. And I think that I tried to make it that these were the 3 weapons that we used the most during the first recording session. So Frank was using the stun baton, I was using the crowbar, and you were using the pistol.
Yeah.
Dude, look at the fucking detailing on your fingers. What is going on there?
I love that. That's great.
I was trying to do some fancy shit that day.
Articulated claws going on.
Yeah.
I don't know what your arm's doing back here.
Yeah.
I like Frank's little thing. You see his like thumb coming out. He's doing like a wah. And my picture, honestly, it just looks generic and boring and stupid, and I don't like it. But it is.
Yeah.
There was no other versions of this when I think it was Aaron actually joined us for Synergy. We just put a big fucking black silhouette in the front of this with a question mark saying "and guest."
Yeah, we did do that. That was good.
Also, I like any opportunity I can because I realized that a lot of these earlier pictures, Frank had a hood for all of them. I insisted on drawing his hood, even though it's not necessary. But I'm like, anything that looks like I can work with the hood, I did. Okay, so now we got our first IM Industries one, I guess, which was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Again, I don't know what's going on with me like cutting off things. I guess I didn't think it would appear. Again, trying to kind of illustrate what the whole series was like. I was fucking up and failing, whereas Mabini was rocking his shit and doing some cool crap fucking moves. I don't know if you guys can tell, we're supposed to be in a half pipe. Did that ever read at all?
Yeah, to me, I can see the skater bowl.
Yeah.
Kind of
yeah.
thing.
It's supposed to be like one of those bowls, yeah, but like that's what the blue is supposed to be, is like the edges, and these lines are supposed to be like the curve. I don't know. Without any shading and no depth, it's really fucking hard to tell. I like this angle of Mabini though. This is very ambitious for me at the time.
Is very wicked.
Also, I just noticed he's not black. This is probably my first time not using full
grey.
black, I think. It's grey, yeah. Is this? No, yeah, black here.
It's black there.
It's interesting. I think I go back to black. I think I go back and forth. But yeah, and again, inconsistent colors on the cuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is WarioWare. Again, probably drew this on the same day. This is the thumbnail. Now, if anyone's been watching this the whole time, you may have noticed something slightly annoying. And I didn't really notice or care until this thumbnail. And that is the fact that they are
yellow. It's not piss yellow anymore.
It might be.
No.
Well, I actually did a bit of shading to differentiate the walls because when they're all the same color, they look the same. I was really happy with this thumbnail. I love this, like looking back out of Wario's mouth and the iconic elevator and all that. And again, a miscoloration here, as we've all been expecting and probably witnessing. This is the first thumbnail that made me realize I've been using the wrong aspect ratio the whole time.
Yeah.
Because this does not read at all on the YouTube video. You cannot see what's happening.
Oh, I see.
It really bothered me. It made me really sad because I felt like I put a lot of work into this and you can't see that it's what we're inside of Wario's mouth.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Portal 2. What was the idea of this? We were all doing like custom maps, but we were like racing or something? It is Quasar, but I don't know what we were doing exactly.
We were doing a custom map.
Yeah, custom map, okay.
Packed together.
So
yeah, it was just a versus of it.
I'm going to just be honest and tell you that I genuinely think, and you know, feel free to disagree or agree, I genuinely think that this might be the worst thumbnail I've ever made for SAIM.
I think this is the most decrepit I look in any thumbnail, I think you've turned me less lich and more ghoul looking.
Yeah.
That is true. Well, the reason that I thought this was like the worst is because I made it, and first of all, it's really fucking busy. Okay, there's too much going on. You can't tell what's happening. There's supposed to be walls dividing us, and it's like the 3 of us going through portals, and like he's picking up the box, but the button's there. It's like, oh, we're being goofy and stupid. The issue is it doesn't read at all. But also, I remember this. When I made this thumbnail, I was like, this is a bit messy. Let's see what they think. And Frank was like, what the fuck is going on in this thumbnail? He was so unimpressed. He was like, this thumbnail fucking sucks. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it does. And that stuck with me this whole time. But there is one good thing about this thumbnail. I finally started adding shading. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's no longer just a flat image. We've got a little bit of depth to it.
So
also, I genuinely, I like this
shading at all
picture
in
of...
WarioWare?
What, sorry?
None at all in WarioWare?
Nope, flat as a pancake. Well, unless you count the walls, which I only changed
doesn't
color
count.
so it didn't look so flat, but yeah. Obviously, I couldn't be bothered to get actual backgrounds for these, but I want it to be 3 different scenes. But the problem with that is, like, we're going through different rooms. Problem is that it just makes it really messy and busy, and you can't tell what's going on. You can tell it's Portal at the very least, but, like, yeah, it's not great. But yeah, the main reason I don't like it is because I just remember that comment from Frank where he was just like, what the fuck is this?
Well, I think I was just like, why do I look like such a fucking decrepit crack
You're a
goblin?
little goblin, man. And honestly,
I
you should
literally
count yourself
look
lucky I
like,
don't- you're still
you
doing
know,
that.
you stole my crack pipe, and I'm just like, I fucking need that to live. Give it back.
That's what you're yelling at me for doing right now. Stealing your crack pipe right out of your leg. Alright, so next up we got proper M industry because the background's changed. Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Story. First of all, I love this picture of Mabini. I don't know why. It's one of my favorites of him. This is the closest I've ever drawn his character to genuine fear, I think. But, so Sonic is obviously, I've taken it from another image, redrawn from another image, and so am I. So is my character. I took it from like a
Right.
Sonic 06 image or something like that and just drew my character in the same pose. That's why this shoe looks fucking cool. But yeah, it's not great, but I don't know. I think I like this one. It's
Swap
kind
out
of
your
iconic.
sneakers for Sonic sneakers.
Obviously, so this is the first series where I made multiple thumbnails for the different things. Also, look at this. Grey hands. Didn't used to do that.
And we've gone back to Mabini being black rather than grey.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Do you used to do black for those 2 Tony Hawks and WarioWare?
I listen, man. I can't remember what
Yeah.
was going on in my brain at the time. I think I was just debating on how to draw your character because it was developing over time.
Yeah, and it's starting to change. I've got a bit of a neck going.
So I wanted to do something kind of unique and funny for each playthrough because I love Sonic Adventure, as some of you may be aware. This one, out of
Maybe
the 6 of them,
slightly.
is probably the worst because this is not framed for a YouTube thumbnail at all.
Yeah.
Like, why did I think they're
Nothing
doing?
going on apart from right in the middle of it?
Was like, why did I think they're doing a vertical
High
pose?
verticality, man.
Yeah, it would work well through YouTube thumbnail. It's just stupid. I'm so dumb.
It should have been like rotated.
And again, Tails is referenced from like an actual picture of Tails and all this stuff. Yeah, I should have done it and given a bit of dynamism, but instead I just did this, and it's bad. Okay, next up. Okay, first up, you're grey again, weirdly.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you're
I don't know if
both
you can
pale.
tell. So, yeah, so can you tell what's happening in this, Frank? What's occurred?
I can see you both have tits now.
Yeah, yeah. So for some reason during the Knuckles playthrough, we just talked about boobs a whole lot. And so I thought, well, I guess this is what I'm doing. And so I drew us with boobs. To be honest with you, if I was to go back and do this thumbnail again, I would make them way more obvious because you can't really tell from a distance in a YouTube thumbnail.
Yeah, it's definitely
But
not
I
like
probably-
yours for sure. But like,
Yeah.
at least Mabini's is more like rounded and pronounced because obviously Mabini
Yeah.
doesn't wear clothes.
He's getting some thoughts he's never had before.
Yeah.
But yeah, and again, Knuckles drawn from a reference image. I look pretty pleased. I was just like, I drew very modest breasts.
Yeah.
So you don't even know. You can't even tell. You don't even know what the joke is. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, now this joke is just dumb. I don't even
Yeah.
know. It's just
It's dumb.
Amy the Rose.
Amy
And you can tell
Rose.
that Mabini
Amy
finds
the
it
Rose.
fucking hilarious. There's nothing else to it. I use a real rose as reference, obviously an Amy picture
Yeah.
as reference, and I am unimpressed. That's all there is to it. So this was obviously a bit of a change in the playthrough where Mabini did all the big fishing and he really enjoyed it, whereas I did not. This picture of Big, obviously not used to reference because it's awful, but I don't know, I kind of liked it at the time. I was pretty happy with it. And it's funny because obviously I've redrawn Big recently for Sonic Heroes, and it's kind of cool to see how far I've come. Basically, it's his beady little eyes. I don't know what I do. What's going on there.
I watched back
And you're black again, by the way.
the first couple of episodes of the big playthrough. The first 2 episodes we pretty much do nothing,
Great.
and then we work out how to play the game.
You know, I'm realizing, by the way, that I think I draw you at like a grey when I want to show some like detail, because when you're black, you can't see any detail. So
Yeah.
you can't see where the arms are here, which means I should have drawn you grey in that one, so I don't know what I'm talking about. And then there's Gamma, where obviously I wanted to show myself loving him and all this.
Yeah.
I tried to do like a little shine in the background. Again, I'd probably make it a little bit more obvious. But here you can see I've made you grey so you can properly see where your arms are doing. I forgot a little hole there, of course. Again, for those keeping track. You probably, like I
do you
said, you
mean?
probably
That's-
mention one in every picture.
That's not a hole.
Yeah.
That's just a bug screen.
A gun bug screen, yeah. Okay, so then apparently we did Left 4 Dead, where I specifically did a new drawing for each one. So this is kind of funny. It's simultaneously like work and also really lazy to just paste our faces over the top of this instead of just drawing it myself. But I did actually draw them. I went into the picture and look, you like tucked your, like I've got the hood on off of Frank, and it's like tucked into the shirt there, and he's got the, you know, I don't know. It's really weird. It's both lazy and not lazy at the same time. But there are a few of these, and there's Seb, friend of the channel. Oh, look at this. Tiny bit of highlights on the back of Frank's head there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
Pretty exciting. Oh, look, I even changed your arms. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh.
Really bad skeleton hands. Really poorly pasted in.
Yeah.
Is that in the other one? Hold on. No. Yes. Yes, look at that.
Yeah, I've got
Oh,
some
yeah,
neat
they
colour.
are.
Frank's
But I
done-
didn't do this hand for some
Not
reason.
that
I was still like mid lichification on taking over Lewis's body.
And then No Mercy as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, like from a distance, these don't look too bad, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'd still change a lot. But look, oh, there you go, both arms. Even got my little
the
stupid
middle
hands.
of the
Tiny little
is
gun.
that the middle of Frank's other arm that has like doesn't have the color in the middle of it, or both of them?
No, no, because he's a skeleton, right? So it's just those two bones.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. This was weird. I didn't, because I wanted to, I don't know. I wanted a new thumbnail for each one, but also couldn't be bothered drawing a
Right.
proper thumbnail. There was one more picture that I couldn't find where like I was
Yeah.
glitched out because I was having trouble connecting, but I couldn't find that one. So we've got Quasar. Where we played Metroid 2. Yeah, these are just all redraws of existing pictures of Samus. You can tell because they're all
In
from
the
different
different
games.
suits.
So they're different suits. So you can tell by just looking at the arm cannons that they're all different.
Yeah, because
I think I also
used
changed
that.
this to pink so his hair wouldn't blend in as much.
I used that artwork as so I could redrew like the animated based on that artwork, so I knew.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we should go over the animations as well at some point. Yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say about this. Obviously, background, just the standard starry thing.
That was
You
pretty
can see
cool.
I start to move around from just the flat backgrounds. I think the flat color backgrounds. I think it'll take a while before I start drawing unique ones, but
Yeah.
it's just an image that I found online. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
and then you're obviously gonna slap a logo and then a number on it. And
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When drawing thumbnail art, you always want to keep in mind where those elements are going to be, but I didn't for a very, very long time. So this one's really weird. I looked at the upload order and it said that Buzz came after Quasar, but looking at the
Yeah.
artwork, it looks
No.
really old.
it's from the time of V8 Supercars, and
But
what
we just didn't
happened
upload
was
it for years.
No, it did get uploaded at the time, but because we said my name, I took it down, and then I uploaded it again in a different way, and then I took it down again,
Okay.
and then I put it back up.
Oh, that's just lovely.
Well,
So yeah, I don't know, I just made a huge mess of it.
that makes a lot of sense because this, you can probably tell, like my artwork has slowly been improving throughout all these, and then you go back to this, you're like, oh. Oh.
Yeah, and Frank's got black eyes there, and
He's trying to kill me for
you got blue
buzzing
on
him
your
before
jacket
him.
instead
yeah,
of red.
blue. They're inconsistent. And you got Mabini answering the questions and a really
Well, this
bad
time-
drawing of whatever.
This time you even have a blue stripe on the side of your jacket.
Yeah. It's like those old classic animation errors in old cartoons. You just gotta appreciate the charm. AI could never. Anyway. So now we're going back to modern day. Pokemon Coliseum. Classic thumbnail here, though very much a redraw of a picture of Wes in his little bike here. So I could get the bike looking right. I do like this picture though of the two of us.
We're just having a great time.
Having a fun time, having a great time. Wes's unamused face in my old classic style, as I used to
Yeah.
draw faces. I'm nostalgic for it. Oh, look at this! A little bit of shine on these far ones here. Don't know why I didn't bother on the
Because
front
you were
and
doing
front.
trying to put a bit more shading into it, working out where to put the shading.
Shading is all over this, but it's the highlights that's missing. So it'll be
Yeah.
very exciting when I finally get to that. I could not find the original picture for this, unfortunately, so I had to just take this straight off of YouTube. That's why there's a big 1 and an AI in the corner. This is
Yeah.
Frank and
AI
I's
would
short-lived. Yeah, short-lived.
It's funny that
But no one's gonna understand. Guys, please, you have to believe us. There's no AI in this.
This was before the AI boom. This was before the AI boom. We're real.
But there's not much to this picture anyway. The background is purple and green because I guess my color used to be green, which is really weird. I mean, my favorite color is green in real life. It's probably why. But you can see I've officially made Frank's color purple. Which, by the way, I don't think I ever asked him. I just said, "Yeah, you're purple now," and he's just had to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, you're spot on.
Oh, it is your favorite color? Maybe I did ask.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, for the longest time, I always gave the answer, growing up. It's, I always couldn't decide between red, blue, and black. And obviously that means that my favorite color is purple.
Yes.
But obviously growing up, there was the whole stigma for our generation where if you like purple or pink, you're a girl. And so for the longest time, I never wanted to say purple because you would get bullied in school. And then eventually it just clicked to me, and it's probably around the time that I started actually watching anime. And in anime, a lot of cool characters have a pink robe or something, or a pink detail or a purple detail into their outfits. And they're still cool guys, and then you realize, oh yeah, no, purple is just a really fucking cool color. And then I kind of just got over that stigma, and so purple is now my go-to color for
I'm
everything.
glad. I'm glad I haven't been fucking you over all this time. Cool fucking
So,
lich throwing
Liam was
buzzsaws at
green,
people.
but
I was
in
green.
in the IM stuff, I'm blue.
Yeah.
So I think in the IM thumbnails, it's blue and green.
It is. Yeah, I really can't explain what my thought process at the time was. I don't know. I think it just looked nice. I like this transition. This does not look nice. Green and purple do not blend
It's
together
very
well.
clashing.
It's
very
literally
jarring.
grey in the middle here.
Grey in the middle.
Anyway, this is Castle Crashes. I'm playing Hattie Haddington. He's playing, I forget the exact character, but he can throw saw blades.
Yeah, it's the knight or whatever, the main bad guy knight.
We got some under lighting as well. You can actually see the shadows on the top, so they're being lit from below.
And there's a marauders.
Just army of random people that you kill in Castle Crashes.
Yeah.
And you got checkers. We play Tabletop Simulator. I mean, honestly, there's nothing happening here. We're just looking at a blank table. I got really confused when I saw this last night. I thought this was supposed to be the table perspective, but it's not. These are little stands to help it up. Because I was like, man,
Well, you don't
I thought I was
understand.
better at perspective.
This is a really deep table. It's a thin board of checkers
Yeah.
in a deep inlet in the table.
I just love that. I was like, what do I do for Tabletop Simulator? Well, looking at a tabletop. And there you go. There's nothing else to it. It's great. You like the little perspective, though. A little shoe coming forward. You wouldn't have risked that earlier, so...
Meanwhile, I got that classic Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy Grim side shot where it's just the robe does all the work. The robe hides all the details of my legs, and I'm just I'm curled into position and I'm where I need to be.
It does make you easy to draw, I will say. This was a series of thumbnails. I only have one, where this was, I guess, GIM Industries, where we would have a guest, and it would be Mabini and I. And we recorded a bunch of these in different times and locations. There was even one where we were at a party and there was a bunch of people. But this is Reflex. But in case you were wondering, so obviously I put this is the Watch Dogs logo or something, because Reflex really liked Watch Dogs at the time. You might be wondering what the face underneath looks like, because we used this same body for whoever we were doing guest stuff with, right? So this picture we keep recycling this image with a different head on this body.
Right.
There is no head underneath the body. I'd intended it to always be.
It's just a blank circle.
Yeah,
Makes
just
sense.
a blank circle. And obviously, I wouldn't have made them blue if I was supposed to be blue. So yeah, I guess I'm still green. Also, white hands, because all our friends are white. And it was a safe bet.
What do you mean? Mabini's right there. He's black.
So 5, unfortunately, again, could not find a clean thumbnail, which is a shame because I put a lot of effort into these pictures. So this is when Mabini and I did Civ 5 together. I believe the Frank and Mabini series simply did not have thumbnails. So
Yeah, I had some lazy Photoshop ones for the first 5 episodes, and then I just didn't do any at all.
This is buffer. But anyway, we dress up as people players. You're Napoleon, and I can't remember who I am.
Catherine of Russia.
I kind of like this picture. I like that I tried to do a double kind of fade away with the shading, but it's in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I think maybe I changed because I thought we were gonna I might have changed where the characters were standing at the last minute, and so now it just looks weird. Okay, so I got a good story about this one. Obviously, I'm trying to do the Hotline Miami style with the extreme colors. So what's the name of the tiger here? What's the is it Tony?
Tony the Tiger?
Well, Tony,
yeah.
Tony the Tiger is a mascot in America for for like a cereal brand.
Children's cereal, yeah.
I think it's still called Tony in the game, but anyway. So, so the thing was, obviously in Hotline Miami, everyone wears masks. Well, you wear masks. And what I was going to... So we had 5 people there. Mabini, myself, and 3 others. And you can actually see that's like LSIM. That's because that's our initials for the people that were there. I asked them all individually after this recording session which their favorite mask was. And whatever they said their favorite would be, I would draw them wearing that mask.
Oh, so they all said Tony.
Every single one said Tony, including Mabini, obviously. So I was like, well, I said I would, and then because I was going to have everyone wear something different, but instead we're all just copying each other. That's like the story behind that one.
Start of the Dark Knight where everyone's wearing a Joker mask.
Yeah, basically. And I've got my thing because this is a helmet, but yeah. That was really stupid. And we got Banjo-Kazooie Catch Up. This was a continuation of a series, or what would you call it, like a making up for in a series that I did on my main channel.
Yeah.
Where like I lost my save or something for Banjo-Kazooie and we had to replay up to a point and Mabini said, I'll help you, and so we just threw it on SAIM. Honestly, this thumbnail, I simultaneously really like it because I like I love the weight of it and like, you know, me carrying all that. It just doesn't really read as Banjo-Kazooie. That's the issue.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure this is the first image that I have, the original drawing.
Oh.
There it is. That's so.
Look
This
at those
for anyone who's
lines.
wondering what the original drawings look like on paper. Here it is. I drew it and then inked it and then scanned it.
I think
That's
you
what they
did a
look like.
really good job with the teeth.
The thing is with the teeth, I always draw them properly, and then when I put in the black, they kind of just disappear and it looks weird. But
Yeah.
I always draw a proper mouth, and then it just kind of doesn't work because the outline becomes black as well. So it looks like you've got big gaps in your teeth, but the black just becomes more black, so it looks like you get gaps. It's weird.
Yeah.
So next up we got Jazz Punk. Again, couldn't find the original. Not that I'd want to. This is awful. I was clearly not in the mood to draw a proper thumbnail when we did
No.
Jazz Punk. Not at all.
Oh, I thought you were just doing it as a bit and being like inspired by what was the show called? Like Total Punctuation or something?
Oh, Zero Punctuation.
Zero Punctuation. Yeah. Because that's what
Oh,
Mabini reminds me of, is the styling of like a bad guy in a Zero Punctuation review.
You know, you're right. He does kind of look like that, but no, this is just what the characters in Jazz Punk look like.
Okay.
Which, to be honest, like I was kind of relieved because, you know, the characters are so simple that I could just kind of do this. But at the same time, I also know that I could not be bothered making a proper thumbnail. Much better than this,
Right.
at least. I made up for it by having like the background be different colors each episode, but yeah, I don't know, stupid. I don't know why this is all shaky and weird, but this is a proper circle. It's
Yeah, I'm looking
just
at your head, and it looks like with your faceplate. Like, what's it doing?
I don't know.
And then you've got little bits of white sticking in and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. And also these glasses were definitely taken from somewhere else. I don't know.
I thought that's what what's his name, Hunter S. Thompson wears them.
Well, yeah, but that's what I was channeling. But it's
Yeah.
like the actual glasses themselves were obviously taken from another image. I just don't know why. This is football 2003.
Holy
Yeah.
I was
Got a fat
legitimately
ass. Jesus
displeased
Christ.
at the time when we played this game. I was very uninterested, but Mabini insisted. And so I decided to show that in my expression.
Yeah.
And also to an extent the thumbnail. So you are, your pose is a reference to, I think I just looked up soccer player online,
Yeah.
and that was it. For myself, I'm just hanging over the side. And then for this background, I drew one chair and duplicated it like 50 times and just a couple of lines for the bottom because I was not interested in the series at all.
Yeah. I think I
Like I wanted to show a level of due diligence, but also be like, I do not approve.
Yeah. The reason we played this random game is because Sonic Adventure DX and Pokemon Coliseum were both from 2003, I think. So I was
That's
like,
right.
oh,
And
every
so you
good
went-
game ever was from 2003. So let's just find a game from 2003.
You went
so we,
out of your way to find this. I was with you, I think. We went
we
to like
drove
a
to Game Traders
Game Traders.
and
You
just
deliberately
looked
looked
at
for
games
games
until we found one.
I think that was part of it. It's like my disinterest in it was because your reasoning for wanting to play it was really dumb. And Yeah. Anyway, I can tell you, look, I'm using a bit of different coloring for the shading, which is, instead of just being grey, it's got a little bit of colour in it, which is something that I do all the time these days. So it's a bit of interest there. Yeah, you got Luigi's Mansion. Again, wish I could find the original for this. Though, it's funny, I thought I put a lot of effort into this. I don't really like it now. Look at all these, like, shaky-ass fucking lines. You can even see the shadows behind us. Like, I try to put effort into this. I put shadows behind us.
Was
which
it
you
maybe
can't see
something up
at
with the
all,
quality of the skin or something? Or?
I don't know. I just, like, yeah, I was still using scans at the time, but anyway, this is me being very happy because we're playing one of my favorite games ever.
Or maybe, because I found that, like, sometimes if you didn't ink properly, if your ink was fading, it wouldn't work properly.
Oh, definitely. No, that's what's happening here, is, like, the lines are really shitty. And I think I was probably mad, like, that happened, and I had to do a lot of, like, fixing and stuff. I was really happy how this ghost turned out, though. I think you're kind of funny, too.
Yeah, it's
funny little guy. Yeah. So we got Poker Night 2. Again, I drew this whole table, but I can't find the original.
Yeah.
And this is some stock background I found, but I don't know, I kind of like this. It's a bit cinematic, you know?
It's only one video, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a one-off. There was a period of time where I drew pictures for one-offs, which I try not to do these days because it's a lot of work for not a lot going on.
Yeah.
But look at all these layers of shading. I'm trying to get more depth, and I'm like, why can't I have more depth? Because still not realizing how to do highlights at all.
Right.
This is a really shitty picture of you. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. But look at all the crazy shading I got on your fingers. You are black though. You're fully black again.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, we got Time Fuck. There was a few versions of this for each episode where as you progress through Time Fuck, you grow a little guy on your head and then he runs away. So I did a couple of versions where this character was growing. So I just showed the one where he's like fully grown. He's growing out of my head here. You can see Mabini over here in the talk box because throughout the game there's a character in here talking to you. It's you from the future. I don't know why I'm being coy about it. So Mabini was talking the whole time and I was playing the game, so it's a pretty apt metaphor. So next up we have Portal Stories Mel, and I think this is the last picture that I drew with pen and ink. I think after this I finally got a tablet and went digital, fully digital. But yeah, this is Portal Stories Mel. I don't know what happened in this playthrough that I decided to draw myself looking tired and disheveled and Mabini happy, but clearly something was not right and I was not pleased.
In one of the episodes you were sick, but I don't know if that was the first session.
Maybe. I don't know, but it's me trying to be like determined getting through tiredness or something. I have to admit, I remember very little from this series and this game as a whole. I don't know what it is about it. This is not supposed to be a commentary on that, but I just thought to myself, like, I know we did this series, but I remember nothing.
Yeah, I've been watching it lately because I've got into Portal. I've played Portal 1, Portal 2, and I'm like, oh, I want to watch more Portal. So I started watching our playthrough of Portal Stories Mel, and then watching your Let's Play of Portal Prelude as well.
Oh golly. Do you like the detail on the personality sphere there? Not fully black so you can see the lines.
Yeah.
Wheatley.
Yeah, okay, so this is not what the thumbnail looked like for Sonic Adventure 2. Rather, the 6 elements I made for it. I actually made 8 if you include Mabini and I, which I could not find, but I found all these. So, these were actually, well, the Team Dark ones were the first pictures I ever drew on my new tablet, my Wacom tablet. And this was my first real use of drawing something properly with it. And so you can probably tell that the line art looks pretty different now because now these aren't scans, these are proper digital art.
The lines are really clear now, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're all over the place. I still didn't know thickness and stuff like that.
The thickness is all over the place, but you can definitely see every single line.
Oh yeah, you can see every single line all right.
I think the shading is maybe a bit better.
The shading is a little bit better, but most notably there is actually highlights now. I did actually start
the highlights,
using highlights and doing weird shit like whatever's going on here. I wasn't great at highlights because I don't know why Eggman doesn't have any highlights in his mustache. He looks really weird as a result. But yeah, I just compiled all these together so you can see them because what the idea was is Mabini was in charge of the series, so he was making the thumbnails, and what I did was I gave him each individual element, and depending on who we were playing as in that episode would be the picture that he would use. So if we played Shadow, it would just show Shadow. If we played Rouge and Eggman, it would show those two, and he would change them and move them accordingly to each episode.
Yeah. And
that was the idea.
there wasn't ever one episode that had all 3 of them at the same time.
No, which honestly is good because it would have been really cluttered. But yeah, I just compiled them here to show what they all look like. These were drawn later because we did Team Dark first. I think my artwork's a little bit better. I'm doing way more highlights though. Obviously, I don't know where to put them or anything like that. I think I'm using reference images from like the original artwork to try and get the style right. But yeah, so that's Sonic Adventure 2. It is kind of, I don't know. On the one hand, I was kind of proud of myself that I had this idea that like, oh, I'll give you all these different versions. But on the other hand, I don't really know why I made them all look really boring.
Yeah,
they're just standing there. They don't even have mouths. Because I like how Sonic characters look without mouths, but I was just like, what? Nothing's happening. They look really still and boring and
very
confusing. And I don't know.
stoic.
So next time we got Ukulele. This is not a good thumbnail. I'm just going to be honest with you. All of the Ukulele thumbnails were fucking awful because I did not like the way that our characters look. Like, obviously drawn over the top of, or used a reference of the official Ukulele artwork. And our characters being black and white just blend in, and each background was like a picture from the levels, and it just all, every single one just looked like a mess, honestly. Not great in my opinion, but you know, you got shading and highlights and stuff, so I'm trying to make things look a little nicer, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not overly pleased with that.
At least you got the lighting a bit better on your,
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm struggling with lighting, but I'm figuring it out. Now, this is a pretty good one. I'm pretty happy with this. Please don't touch anything. Another one-off, which I do the whole thing for. And now, look, the lighting's actually kind of nice. You got like a little shine there. Shine in the eyes of Mabini.
You know,
this is the first time I did that.
I don't think I've ever seen this one like blown up like this before. I've just seen it on YouTube.
Is this the first time you've given yourself like human skin?
Good question.
I think all the other ones.
Yeah, I think they've all been white up until now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, no, I've redesigned them. I've got the shirt on, the shirt and the tie. This is the first redesign.
Yeah.
Yeah, so somewhere between Portal Stories Mel, Sonic Adventure 2, and Ukulele, I finally started doing the shirt.
Because this was in 2017 or 18. I think we did this because I stopped doing, I didn't do SAIM and I didn't do Supercars. So I could focus on uni, get good grades, and graduate. Right. And so we were just doing like a big session, wrap everything up. Then I was going to take a break, and then once uni was over, then I was going to come back.
Okay.
And so I think this was like our last big session before have no commitments until apart from uni until we came back.
I think we recorded this at a place I was house sitting at.
Yeah, there's a few there were quite a few recording sessions at there.
Yes, well, there was something I was going to bring up, which I think appears in the next thumbnail, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's Majora's Mask is next. Okay, well that's surprising. I guess maybe we started recording Majora's Mask around then. I do not remember.
Yeah, we did.
Some little fairy.
So this thumbnail, I actually did a speed draw of. There is actually a video of me drawing this thumbnail. Not that I think that our characters, because if I'm honest with you, I was a little embarrassed because I'm like, I want people to watch this video and I don't want them to be like, who the fuck is this guy? You know? Yeah. So I was just like, I'll just draw Clock Town, and you can see you got Skull Kid there and the moon. In the video, I actually talk about it, but this picture was the largest picture I ever drew. In that I made the scale impossibly large. Like the file size was giant, huge, like why?
Forever, and it
took my computer forever, and naturally YouTube was like, I'm not uploading this, and I was like, oh. That makes sense. So these files are in like the highest quality I've ever drawn in my entire life, and I can never upload them because they're too big. But anyway, this thumbnail, of course, had multiple versions. This is when I was really getting into doing multiple versions for thumbnails, where of course this was day 1, day 2, and then day 3. I remember being slightly disappointed though, because I really liked the day 3 thumbnail because you can see all the detail. You can probably see Skull Kid at least. His little.
See, my eyes are changing. I'm kind of freaking out. Am I freaking out in day 2?
No, you're always freaking out.
Oh, okay.
You're looking at the moon and whatever. But I remember this being, because like the idea was much like Sonic Adventure 2, is like if we played the game during day 2 or 3, that would be what the thumbnail was.
Yeah.
But the thing about Majora's Mask is you actually play a lot of the game in day 1, and I didn't really realize that, so you rarely see this thumbnail. I don't usually let the game go to day 3.
Right, yeah.
I usually just kind of restart it.
We did like later in when we were doing like going through all the different side quests, hopping from one day to the next, doing all the different side quests. So there are quite a few that we do use the other ones, but...
Yeah, I mean, they get used. I just remember thinking it would be like a proper 33-33-33 split, but no. It was mainly this one that you saw.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm proud of that, and I like the yellow sky going to the red sky. Different clouds each time.
Yeah, different clouds. I was just about to
Yeah,
say.
because it's like, oh, it's a different day, so the clouds would be different. I don't know. I'm pretty proud of this. There's still a lot of things I would change if I redid it, but
Yeah. I think
yeah, like, for instance,
you got a lot better at drawing as well.
I'm getting there. You can see my
like-
progress throughout this.
Like obviously, it seemed like it was a massive jump for Please Don't Touch Anything.
Yeah. Oh, please don't. Yeah. From this to this.
I mean, maybe that's a bad example. So you got like, obviously.
This
So
is my last ink drawing.
So the first one with the tablet was Sonic Adventure 2.
Yes.
Then you got Ukulele, which is not a good example, but
No. This is proper. This is a proper
this
me
is a
drawing. This is
proper
me
one.
drawing it. No references or anything. Just like
having a crack.
it is.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know what's going on here. This really bothers me. There's some glow here that I've attempted to erase but didn't erase the
Yeah,
whole thing.
of
Don't worry. If you really like, I'm trying to be fast, believe it or not, talking about this, but I could point out an issue with every single one of these. So this is what I was
Yeah.
going to talk about. So Spewer, this was the other game we recorded when I was house sitting, and we did Please Don't Touch Anything. And I remember this because I think we ordered pizza, and the pizza did not sit well with Mabini at all.
No.
It was really bad. So I love this
lovely.
thumbnail, first of all, because it's like a screenshot out of the game. Like I'm throwing up, and he's this is how the game plays. You spew your way around the place. That's why it's called Spewer.
Yeah.
But I got this very Edmund Macmillan inspired Mabini in the background. But anyway, I did a bunch of thumbnails for this, where you got all the different types and
Oh,
flavors.
different spews.
But I did a different version for each of them, where Mabini is sick.
Oh, I'm
Because
dying, 'cause I
halfway
was
through
having
this playthrough,
massive
he was having
stomach cramps.
terrible stomach pain, and he was just in absolute agony. And I thought, well, I gotta draw this. And so I did a
man.
version for every single one because it felt like it was the whole thing. So whenever he was having really terrible sort of stomach pain, it felt like he was gonna die. I was gonna use this thumbnail.
It was
Nothing
funny.
better than
I-
eating some Zod than your stomach just like collapses in on itself. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was watching this series recently, and I was like, it was funny because I was killing over in pain, and he would say something hilarious, and I would start
I was
laughing,
making
and then
things
I'd be in
way
even
worse.
more pain. And I was like, shut up.
Alrighty, so now we got Cuphead.
Cuphead.
I am really, honestly, to this day, I'm pretty proud of these drawings because I did a new proper drawing for every single episode. In Cuphead, you fight a lot of different bosses with a fantastic, old 1920s cartoon art style,
Right,
which
yeah,
I love, obviously. So I wanted to draw them for every single one. I have it that I am Cuphead and Mabini is the devil telling me to kill all these guys, but I had this thing where we were pointing at them. He was like, you gotta kill this guy, and I'm like, all right, you're on, But I always had the plan that when we got to the final episode where you fight the devil, we swap places. Like he's on the other side, and then he's pointing at me, and I'm pointing at him, which we'll get to. But I was really proud of this thumbnail series, and I'm quite happy with them. But
Yeah.
another little anecdote: this is, I think, the last time we see the Sonic Head tomato.
Oh.
I think this is the last time. Also, first time using the pie eyes as well, but that's probably
Yeah.
because it's Cuphead, So anyway, you got Cagney Carnation here. I can't remember all the names, but I had a lot of fun drawing these. I drew drawing them every week or whatever it was for each episode. Because I really love Cuphead's art style and its characters, and I had a lot of
Yeah,
fun
it does a very
drawing each
wonderful,
one of these.
fun
This one's
art
my
style.
favorite. I was so pleased with this one, man. Because he's laughing at us because I had a really bad time with this boss. I did shit ass at him.
Yeah,
and we
just
fought him
constantly replaying it over and over and over.
Yeah, we fought him like a million times, and so I thought I'm gonna have him laughing and pointing back at us. I was so proud. I'm proud of his face. The rest of his body I couldn't get looking right, but I was really, really happy with what I did with his face. And I think this guy's well. When they're laughing at us, that means I was doing a bad time. I wasn't doing well. But look at this. I had a lot of fun with this. And trying to do unique things, like when she's doing the hypnotizing thing in the game, I wanted to capture that. Got the ogre thing, the robot. Had a lot of fun drawing him. This was just a really great artistic thing. And honestly, going through these, I've made me realize I really want to kind of upload all these thumbnails because a lot of them aren't publicly online, or at least not outside of the YouTube videos. And I kind of wanted to release them, and have everyone see. And then with you got the Mr. Dice or whatever his name is, got the whole board here. and I drew all this stuff going on here, studying it really closely and with big hands and stuff. And then the finale, the beanie pointing back at me. It didn't look as good as I thought it would. Too much of his body is off the camera, but that was the idea.
With the pie eyes, it doesn't really look like you're looking at me.
I guess not. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because I always thought that it looks like you're looking to the left.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't really see that, but okay. So this is the first, as you can see, the first round-headed tomato. He's properly taking form.
Oh, he's round.
This picture looks really detailed, and it is. I went through and I painted all this shit on, because what I did was I modeled a Fresher and a car in Gmod, and then I did a paint over where basically you're slowly going through and getting each little bit and constantly eye dropping and redoing it until you fill in the whole thing. I did that for the Fresher and I did that for the car, and then when I got to our characters, I'm like, fuck it, I'm too tired, I can't be bothered, and they're just flat colors as a result. So they look really out of place, and this looks so you got this hyper detailed Fresher and then just our flat ass characters sitting there. So you can't. It's hard to appreciate the work I put into this because I kind of gave up halfway through, I guess, or right at the end.
I don't know. To me, it really does like seem just like plopped into like the cell shaded engine.
Yeah, that's the story behind that one. Okay, now we got it. The Mario Sunshine 1, baby.
Yeah.
So this is a redraw of an official piece of Mario Sunshine art, except Mabini and I are sitting there. Although, look at this. I'm using different colors for shading now. Then I'm finally using blue as my shading color for when I do white. And then that's why I started getting the blue association cut for the color, and that's why my color turned to blue. But look, I'm doing different things with shading. So you got like purple in there, and then the red on there. I do start using a variation of red for Mabini's shading to keep things consistent. But yeah. Now I actually don't like this thumbnail because the background has almost no depth because this sand is just one color and it looks really stupid. But I did like a weird like kind of soft painty thing with Mario here, which I'm also not familiar with, so that looks really fucking weird.
He looks very flat on his face as well. His face is very flat.
Well, no, I think the problem is that it's a mix. I've done like a lot of detail here, and then it's just like a flat color there, and I don't know, whatever. And then it's also inconsistent because I'm using cell shading for us, and there's painting for him. It's weird. I don't know.
I like that little crab.
Thank you. I think I drew him freehand, if I'm not mistaken. And I actually start putting my signature on this stuff because I guess I was somewhat proud of it at the time.
What's up at the bottom of blood? It's got red bits on him.
That's like a reflection, I think. Again, this is like I was using a reference image. I think a reflection of the rug or something. I don't know. I got Metroid Fusion. So again, this is where I started. Actually, you can kind of see it in this as well. I didn't draw myself as Mario necessarily. I drew us next to Mario, you know. I drew us, I guess, as like not as particular characters. Here I did draw myself as Cuphead, but like I kind of start doing like we're not Samus, we're the X-Parasites around Samus, you know? And so this is just a redraw of official Metroid Fusion art. And I drew, honestly, I think we look genuinely terrible as X-Parasites. I just remember thinking at the time, I don't know how to make this look good. Really, where the real detail is like the background. Like, look at all this shit I did with this door. And then I think in the final version, I just darkened the whole background because it's way too much is going on.
Yeah, and I think I changed it to, I don't know, did I change it or you change it?
I think you changed it.
Yeah, I changed it to red, like a slight red. I think there's a few things going on. It's the late game, so you're like running away from, what's his face, sending people to attack you or whatever, the place is getting shut down.
Yeah.
But also we just introduced the new way of editing, and I sort of wanted to demonstrate that a little bit. So I think like when it changes to red, that's the first time that we started doing that.
This thumbnail, I'm not overly fond of it, if I'm honest. Probably use a different shading color for Samus as well, rather than puke green.
I think if the way to make us better is not having the lines.
Yes, definitely. Around the outlines confuse things. And honestly, I don't know if going with X-Parasites was the best idea. Okay, now we got Mario Sunshine. Or Mario Odyssey. I'm also not fond of these because I think they're way too fucking busy.
Yeah.
And I'm an idiot. There's too many colors going on. But again, I do draw myself as Mario here, and you're Cappy on top of me.
Yeah.
But the problem is that you're as a black character, you blend in a lot, so you can't even really see yourself there. There's something with the depth or something. It's just not reading. Drawing the whole Odyssey spaceship, I think, was a poor choice.
Yeah, they were very busy thumbnails.
Yeah. And I changed like the number color for each world that we went to, and that just kind of confused things. Spent a long time drawing this little map of the Earth though, so there's that. Borderlands 3, pretty happy with this one honestly to this day. I redrew all these roses from the Borderlands 3 official artwork. You got me in the middle with 3, 2 with Aaron on the side with a proper. I think this is probably Aaron's first official artwork on the channel actually.
Maybe
And you with a 1. But yeah, this is when we played Borderlands 3 when it just came out on the PlayStation 4. We had Aaron there because he was really interested to see it as well. And and you got the tomato character and not a lot going on really other than that. No highlights I'm realizing.
The shading of my eyes, I really like that. That's really good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I think
because I do a little shine in your
doing
eyes
a bit of that
time.
with Cast the Psychopath as well, because I think
was that around this time period? It probably was.
Well, Borderlands 3 was 2019.
And there's Borderlands 4, which I've never even properly looked at.
No.
But there was also another version for when Aaron wasn't there.
Yeah.
I just deleted them out, and that's the original sketch. Obviously, it's a digital sketch because it's all digital, but there it is. There's more to my body. Who would have thought? Okay. So this thumbnail, Twilight Princess, I had no ideas for. I knew I wanted to draw myself as Link and Mabini as Midna, and that was it. That's all I knew. So I just drew us pointing to the left. For no reason, I just wanted our hands to be doing something. And when I made the thumbnail, Mabini asked me, why are we pointing to the left? And I said, I don't know. And he was like, well, that's stupid. I was like, yeah. And that's it. That's the whole thumbnail. I don't know why we're pointing, okay? I didn't have any ideas.
Look, you don't have to explain to the audience what you're pointing at. You just know something important is off screen.
It's over there. Exactly. That was what I said, I think. I was like, there's something interesting over there.
I did make a version of this with a white background for what happened to 5-second films.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. So I think that one doesn't have the Twilight Princess logo.
Probably not. Which you should have sent me that actually. Probably be better than this.
Okay. Well, Stephanie can put it on.
Okay, so this is the first thumbnail I've actually got online because I was really proud of it. This is Hollow Knight, and I drew us as little like bug OCs and how we might look in the world of Hollow Knight. I'm really proud of this picture, even to this day. I think it captures the art style pretty well.
It looks very clean.
A hollow mask.
You do. You have because everyone in Hollow Knight has a white mask, and I thought, well, your whole thing is that you've got the black face. I thought, well, I've got it that you're holding your mask.
Yeah, yours looks really, really different. Or is that you wearing your hollow mask?
He's got a hat over his hollow mask.
Like just inverted colors on your screen.
Or I guess maybe his is just a faceplate. Like he has like the Bleach special. He gets the special hollow mask that looks.
It's just like a Hollow Knight version of my weird helmet. It's even got the antenna. You can't see it. You can in the next image though, which is when we return to Hollow Knight many years later.
These are both like really good pieces, like whole pieces as well.
Yeah, well, I did upload them. I was very proud of them. This is in Godhome, which we never went to in our series, but I just wanted to kind of differentiate because this was like an earlier style of editing and recording, and this was us coming back, and it was way better.
Well, yeah.
Because you know what it was?
You worked out how to play the game.
Well, yeah, in this playthrough, at the beginning, I hadn't played the game in a long time, and I sucked ass, and then I played through the game in my own time, and when we came back, I was like, now we're fucking cool.
Because that's when we had like the COVID break. And then,
sure.
So during that time, you played a heap of Hollow Knight, and you were like, "Hey, when we get back to doing it, I'm gonna change things."
Yeah, this is gonna be different now.
Yeah.
So any Hollow Knight video with this thumbnail, don't watch them with this one.
Yeah. So we didn't. What was the place at the end that we did go to?
We may have looked at Godhome, but never did anything in it.
I guess we just didn't go through that big door.
I don't know. I'll have to rewatch the series to know what you're talking about in particular.
So we got to the end when we're in the cloud place.
That's this. Yeah, that's Godhome. That's a DLC place.
Oh, okay.
Which, speaking of, so it's a DLC, it's an update, right?
Yeah.
This background, so as I revealed on my stream a few months ago, the Hollow Knight Update History series was written in like 2021.
Yeah.
I made this background for one of those videos.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why it's so intricate and nice and ornate and like a lot of work went into it, is because it was originally supposed to be for my video.
Like, but I guess you
And maybe
thought
it still
you
will
weren't
be when I
sure,
get
like,
there.
when you were gonna make that video, so you're like, oh,
Yeah.
just put this. Like, maybe you're so.
I
proud
thought
of
like
that
it would be
artwork.
fucking cool and epic if we could be in front of it. So, yeah, there's a little fun fact for you. This background never intended for SAIM, but here it is.
Yeah.
Also, Zote version.
Yeah.
I even changed his sword to be wooden.
Yeah.
This is Zote the Zote the Mighty.
What was the other
Grey
one
Prince
look like?
Zote the Mighty.
Slightly. Yeah, like the whole. It's like the same pose, but slightly different.
Also, I think I redrew over my original signature, and now there's two for some reason. It's really weird. But yeah, it's just a shitty purple filter over the top. And now we're back to Franklin in the
Yeah.
world of Minecraft. So I went into our world that we had made after our first session. I took a screenshot, and then I meticulously redrew the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Every single one of these stupid little cliffs and stuff I redrew
And here you
bit
can
by
see
bit by bit.
Attention to detail.
the colors as
Little
well. Like I'm
scribbly
red.
trees.
Like
You are
every-
red. You are properly now because this is I think a little bit later. You've got the red. I don't use black anymore.
No.
You see, I refuse to use proper black. So you're a reddish black. I'm a bluish black, and Frank is a purplish black. It's a bit striking on Frank, and also the chicken's like a
Yellow.
yellowy. But yeah, I spent a lot of time on this background. It took way longer than I thought. I thought it would
he's
only
gone
take like an
exploded.
afternoon. It took like 5 or something like that. There's so many details. Then at the end, I realized that the box I'm in just didn't really fit with the world, so I drew these shitty lines to try and be like, it's Minecraft, see? But I don't know.
Yeah, I think there
But
were
yeah,
two
I guess this is the first time-
because I could play with the assets and move.
Oh,
them
well,
around.
yeah. I mean, this is just what it looks like compiled. Each
Yeah.
piece was different. I think it's the first time I've drawn Frank in years, and it looks not great.
Oh yeah, and you
gotta say.
you remembered the Crusader regalia, which means I'm wearing my Crusader robe this time.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Whether or not I remember this depends on the day, I think. But I don't like your eyebrows. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't
Well,
know who drew those.
you know, not supposed to like, really have eyebrows.
Yeah, I tried to also do a bit of storytelling here, so I'm looking stupid with a chicken on my head because there's something happened in the first recording session with me and chickens underground. Frank's got a diamond sword already because
Yeah,
he was
because
playing
I-
the game well.
Well, no, because I quickly started like a village empire. I think.
Yeah, you were starting.
Yeah. You had a plan going in, whereas Mubini and I didn't. Mubini was just like curious what was going on. I was getting lost and being stupid. Oh, and there's the original sketch.
Ah.
You can see before I bothered to like, because I was like, I'll draw like a basic, and I didn't like how it looked, so I went and redrew our world. So yeah, it's our actual Minecraft world back there.
I think on my old computer, that's the background. So sometimes when my computers take forever to load, I'm just like staring at this artwork, looking at the clouds and stuff, and looking at the tree leaves and things.
And you're fucking sick of it. You want it to go away.
No, it's
Well,
just
there
like
you go.
so I think some of these art pieces I've been like I loved it so much that I just wanted it to be my background on the computer, so I can just look at it all the time.
We're definitely getting into the period where like I like the artwork better.
Yeah.
As my current day self.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, so we were very much into our colors at this point because I actually even drew our sketches in these
Well,
colors.
the first time that you introduced the color schemes was when we changed the logo and the branding to SAIM Industries in 2018.
Right, which I do have on here. These are still just the thumbnails. We got Little Nightmares. Pretty happy with this. I really like how this hand came out. I love it. Little claw coming through. This background though was very like phoned in. It's just a bunch of lines.
Yeah.
It's supposed to look like pipes.
Yeah.
I didn't know, man. I didn't know. Sometimes I don't know what backgrounds. Okay, but yeah, this is Mabini as like the janitor or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's a very good one. When I watched that series, it's a nice piece.
Was it Bullet with butterfly wings?
Yeah.
We got Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I don't like this thumbnail. This is a redraw of the Tropical Freeze.
It took me a second to realize that you're hanging off of his arm. It looks like you're in his shorts.
Yeah.
And you're just riding in his shorts, and then I realized your legs are to the side. I'm like, oh, okay, you're just hanging off of his arm.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, why are you
Where-
kazooing in his shorts? That seems very weird.
We're in place of like a Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong or
Right.
something like that. Because that's what the original cover art has. I don't like it. It's just a redraw with like Funky Kong's asset, and I went too crazy with being experimental with the line art. It should be way darker than this. I don't know. It's not great. It gets the point across. You know what it is, but I'm not overly fond of this one, if I'm honest with you.
Super Mario.
Yep, that's Mario. No more. Okay, so this is Mario Party when we came back, and as you see, we're the same people. I love this thumbnail. I'm very fond of this. I think that if we ever play another Mario Party game, I would honestly be fine just reusing this, because I think this still stands up to this
Frank's
day.
skin.
Where we're all attacking each other.
Yeah.
So Frank is pushing me and Mabini. I am pinching Frank. Mabini is biting my arm. It's a nice little trifecta here.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm really quite happy with this, how this turned out. I thought this is perfect. The background's obviously just whatever.
Dude, I forgot this map had Donkey Kong's ass on display. Like, he actually has split cheeks on that fucking ornament. That is fucked up, Nintendo.
You may slap it once. I remember we had a lot of debate. We were like fucking fuming at each other with some of these thumbnails, because there was one where like, because I put a little filter over it, so this is a pink filter for Horrorland. I think the map of Horrorland is blue, so I gave it a blue filter, and Mabini's like, why is it blue? I'm like, because it's blue. And you're like, but it should be red because it's like horror. I'm like, and then we went back and forth, and we needed a fucking Frank to mitigate it. It was a disaster. Anyway, I love this thumbnail. I'm very fond of it. I'd probably still change it if I did it again today, but
Did this?
I don't know. I think it's very dynamic.
Did this series even have the game logo on the thumbnails?
There was a version where it was behind us.
Yeah.
And it was sort of faded, but you couldn't see the map behind us. And I thought, you can tell it's Mario Party. And so like, I really started to not use the title as much because it distracted from the artwork. And like, if you could tell what the game was, I was like, it's fine. You don't need the title in it. Just makes the thumbnails more clear.
And we're dressed up as our characters as well.
We are.
Yeah.
Then I got Need for Speed Most Wanted. I really didn't know what to do for this other than just draw
the
it.
poor Victorian child of YouTube series.
Why did he say that?
I mean, it had every disease known to man attached to it. Every unfortunate event that could happen happened. Like
that is true.
It was
This
truly
series was-
like probably the most misfortunate series I think that we've done.
Yeah, when it worked, it was
Yeah.
great, and when it didn't work, it was like the worst thing ever. We just wanted to not be doing it anymore.
Yeah, which is sort of why the series died. It was just too much of a pain to set up and record, and there were so many issues. But it's a shame because Mabini really wanted to play it, and he had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
So obviously he's driving, he's talking to us, not paying attention, which is funny because it's kind of the opposite, I think, of what the series was.
I'm like
He was
locked in
focused
game mode, and you guys, you ask me something, I'll be like, can't talk gaming.
But he's like crashing through. There's a mailbox here. There's all kinds of shit.
I
Frank's
can't
looking at the
tell
map,
if
and I'm looking.
I'm looking at the map.
Yeah, you're looking at the map. There's a version of this as well where I place my eyes with the Elden Ring thumbnail, but no one can tell. Because that's what I complain about Elden Ring for a long time.
I do notice those ones when I watch the series back. See, like, oh, these are the Elden Ring ones. Okay.
I don't know if this is the best representation of Need for Speed. I wanted it to have yellow, because Need for Speed Most Wanted feels like it's got a lot of yellow going on. But I don't know. I didn't know how else to draw the three of us in a car other than to draw an angle like this. It's not even any specific car. It actually might be based on my car now that I think about it.
I mean, it's a yellow car apparently, so.
It is a yellow car, actually. I haven't realized.
And you got the speed lines going around.
Oh, I see. You're just copying the Beatles. I understand.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. This is our Return to Cuphead.
The DLC.
The DLC.
They had like what the DLC.
Delicious Last Course.
Yeah, Delicious Last Course.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Again, with the double fucking signature. What happened? What am I doing? I don't know. I think this first one, I guess I didn't think look good. I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Anyway, this is basically just a redraw from the title screen.
Yeah.
We got them in order though. You might notice that I actually tried to do a bit of an order like A-I-M.
Yeah.
A-I-M. We play as Miss Chalice the whole time, so I'm as Miss Chalice, but that's also just how the title screen is. And also I changed the checkers so there are colors as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, this is not what the thumbnail looks like necessarily, but I made a sort of standard thumbnail for Catan.
Yeah.
Or Colonist, Sorry, Colonist.
Yeah.
Where we are there thinking, honestly, I had no ideas for it, and I just plopped something out. Just our three characters, like, whatever, we can use this.
You gave me the
only thing that shows that it's Colonist is Frank has a brick.
Yeah.
which is a resource.
See, it's a good thing you gave me context of this being colonist, because I thought this was just the tabletop sim stuff that we did afterwards, where I was crashing out at you, and I thought this was just a brick to hit you over the head with, which I could have having that too.
It basically is. It's kind of funny because this arm of you holding something gets in the way. Like we reused this for Family Feud, and I put the host in front of the arm so you can't see it. Also, but I did make a different version of this where he's holding a dice, which is supposed to be a little bit more general. Monopoly. Well, doing just games in general, tabletop games. This was just supposed to be like an all-encompassing, like just throw this on any video that I can't be bothered making a thumbnail for, which we've done it a few times. That's all this is. I just threw this like background together, like there it is. That's like the Steam image for Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, the actual thumbnails have got like a blue background because of it's actually looking like a screenshot of the actual game of Colonist.
Well, that's for Colonists at least, but this I just thought like for tabletop in general.
Okay, yeah.
So Castlevania, I am very proud of this picture. I was so happy with like because I
beautiful.
I redrew Alucard because I love the Castlevania art style, and I was so proud of it. I did this like cross hatching down here. I did like the painting thing. You see all these lines through here. Got all these different colors and like trying to integrate Frank's face. I even did a little painting on his eyes and stuff.
Yeah,
it does kind of mesh a little bit poorly a little bit, but I just like, I don't know. I was really, really happy with it. I spent like fucking hours and hours getting all these like hair right and stuff like that and doing all this weird shit. Then I drew us, and I think we look really dumb.
Yeah.
I couldn't get my eyes right. I just couldn't get them looking right. They look really weird and stupid. But here's a fun anecdote. I'm going to share this. I think it might already be on a recording. I drew this thumbnail, and I posted it in the chat, and Mabini said, "What are we supposed to be?"
Yeah.
And I said, "We're the little angel and demon guys that like follow Frank around." And you were like, "What are you talking about?" Mabini paid such little attention to the series that he never saw the guys that inspired our characters.
Well, I did see, because I've watched the series so many times.
Yeah, because you've watched it back, but not at the time.
Not at the time,
he was just like, what the fuck are we supposed to be? Like, I didn't see any of those things.
Yeah. But wasn't there also a thing that after you drew this that your roommate said, do you really need to paint something or draw like a huge picture or something?
I don't know, maybe.
I think it was in an episode.
Also, with you, I made these white outlines to show where your arms and stuff was, because when it was all just black, it looked like you had a little peanut right here. So I had to fix that. It's supposed to be just your other leg,
big
but it
ass
did
knob
look like you were just
hanging out.
packing. Yeah.
It could have been worse.
Yeah,
We could have been playing like the
just-
Saturn version, so you would have had to make him look like fucking Nose Demon instead of Devil.
Alright, there you go, Mario Sunshine 2. I am dressed up as Mario, and I'm in my fucking psychosis of making this stupid series.
Yeah.
My fucking new logo that I made this too, specifically for this thumbnail, and I'm really proud of it, honestly.
The
I can
clouds.
see
Did you
why a
draw
lot
the
of people were
clouds
fooled into thinking that we actually got our hands on a mythical Mario Sunshine 2.
Yeah.
So my dad actually works for Nintendo. You know, that's how we got Sunshine 2 to play.
It is true.
That's right.
Mabini and Frank watching on from the ether realm, trying to break me out of my psychosis, but failing. Well, actually, Mabini's kind of into it. Because the focus was me doing this stupid series, and you guys were just along for the ride. Now, if you're looking at this and you're thinking, something feels a little off, something doesn't feel quite right, it's these palm trees.
Yeah.
I drew these palm trees on the sides because I thought it needed a bit of extra because there was too much negative space. But they actually just, when I put the number on for each episode, it looked way too messy, and so I removed them, and this is what it looks like on YouTube. It just looks like this. There's nothing else in there. Also, I really, really hate the ocean and the sky. They look awful, and I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't really have a good method of drawing the ocean at this point. I do now, but then I did not, and it looks really bad. So there you go. Oh, and here we go. Finally, full circle. Wind Waker 2. Again, I made this 2 to look like the style, but I've tilted this title so you can kind of piece it in. I wanted to put the title in the thumbnail for this one in particular because I wanted everyone to see the 2,
right?
Just like with Mario Sunshine 2. But yeah, this is a complete redraw of the original thumbnail, except in my modern art style and with no outlines.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it to mimic the Wind Waker style, and I had a lot of fun with it. I took a really long time to draw this. Obviously, again, I've actually got the face right this time and stuff, but I've got our characters going, doing the brook face and all this stuff. He's clinging onto the sides of the boat. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
And look, he's got that thing. He's got that thing this time.
You remembered this time. Those are just like, I have 2 sets of robes. I have the Crusader robes, and I have the sleeping robes, and usually you get the sleeping robes. You know.
I had a lot of fun with this. There's so many layers on this. Like you see all these different layers on the neck.
Yeah.
And this whole face. Yeah, this whole face took, I think, about a day to draw, just the face. But I'm really proud of it. He's looking back at us.
Oh, this has double signature on it too. Auger.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is a bit different than what I did before. I do this thing on art pieces that I really am fond of, where I'll actually draw multiple signatures on it.
Yeah.
Because if someone takes my artwork, they get rid of the main one, and then, like, you know, and they want to hide it, I've still got other signatures hidden around the place. So you might find with some of the artwork that I really am fond of that there might actually be lots of signatures around.
The
Kojima
Kojima
There's actually multiple versions.
I think in the Majora's Mask one, you did it like quite a few times.
Probably, yeah. There's multiple versions of this film now, actually, because I originally drew it that were on the left, and I drew way more water, but it just didn't really work for things, so I put the number down here. This is like, again, with thumbnails like this, you need to leave space for the number.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty fond of this one. Got the nice little fade in. And again, like, this should just hopefully show you how far we've come.
Yeah.
If you want to compare it to the original one, if Stephanie puts the original one on screen next to it or whatever. That's where we're at. Anyway, I loved doing the outline-less style so much that I just kept it. So for Pokemon Violet, I decided to just keep it going. Because also I felt like Violet kind of art style sort of worked with the outline, without the outlines as well. Had a lot of fun with this thumbnail. Had to go in game and take a picture of Miraidon for reference. Yeah. I wanted a very particular angle for reference, sort of coming over this hill over here. I didn't really put a lot of effort into the hills in the background though. But
no, you can see me hanging on to be relevant in this. How did I put it? I believe this very fun co-op game that we totally co-opt in. I think I said.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with this co-op game. I'm happy with this Frank picture though. Again, doing the brook thing, flying off. Mabini specifically requested to be dressed up as the protagonist from Gen 4 because
Lucas.
There was a reason. I can't remember why, but you did specifically request this, and that's why he's the only one that's dressed up.
Yeah. I'm in my Pokemon mood. You
were in a Pokemon mood. You were like, I guess because you wanted to show that your connection to Gen 4 or something like that.
Guess so, yeah.
Now, this is so stupid. This picture has a big error, which I knew about at the time, but just figured, like, I don't give a fuck. I don't know. You might notice that I'm gripping onto the wheel.
Yeah.
Which you
no,
can't
that's
do.
fine. That's fine.
It's a flying motorcycle. The wheels don't move.
I don't know. I just like the way it looked, because when I tried drawing it underneath, you couldn't really see what was going on.
It's less gripping the wheel for support, and you're having the wheel massage your palm to soothe you. It's Miraidon soothing you.
I'm spinning it. I'm pushing it down and spinning it. And again, he's supposed to be looking back at us with contempt, as the King of Red Lions did. Then we got Medieval. I had this idea for the thumbnail for a long time when we did it, of just drawing Frank's character like Sir Daniel.
Yeah, the second I saw it, I was like, oh, I love this. This is beautiful.
Yeah, this was my background.
A lot of people like this thumbnail, and it's funny because I really thought people wouldn't, because normally I try to, with the games, like I don't know, I try not to have our characters take such center frame, but I just really like this like comparison.
Yeah. And
I thought people would be like, who the fuck's the guy on the left? But I've actually had some people who like Medieval come and say, I love your artwork. And I'm like, oh, thanks. But,
that's sick.
Yeah, people can see the thing. Look, I got the thing down here.
I like how the red cross is like a flat color against everything else, because in other pieces, maybe not in other pieces, but maybe I haven't paid too much attention to it, but
you can tell I didn't bother putting in the detail though.
Yeah,
every time. This is just a fucking cross.
Different art style as well. So, but
definitely have to have the Crusader robes on when I'm hanging out with Dan. Like that's a must. I know I gotta fight a bunch of zombies. So.
And then the two of us back here just hanging out. I actually really like this picture of Mabini.
Yeah.
He's got a little charming smile.
Yeah.
He's got full of whimsy. The background I totally phoned in though.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
So much whimsy during the series that he kept trying to fucking rage bait me the entire time. So much whimsy in the thumbnail. So much beautiful whimsy.
Exactly. Another hand-drawn signature there. Just for prosperity. Because again, people notice that one. They don't always notice the other ones.
Yeah.
Took me a while to get his armor right. I think I may have accidentally referenced the wrong game or the wrong version of the game, but I don't know.
Awesome.
You get it. And we got Sonic Heroes. So this is pretty recent, obviously, but I remember we talked about it in the series, but Mabini and I deliberated for a long time over how to draw the thumbnail, but Mabini did not understand the core concept of there being 3 characters at once. Because again, I didn't want to draw us dressed up as them because I felt that it just wouldn't work. So instead I drew all of us next to each other in this weird pose where we're all looking up on the Sonic Heroes lines. I actually think that I was so proud of this one that if you look, each character has a signature on
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Even me. Even though I can't imagine anyone would want to steal our OCs, but our OCs do not steal. So yeah, so I drew this and I had a plan that kind of calling back to the original Sonic series that I would draw different versions for every single one. Obviously, each one is an individual picture, so I then made just a solo Sonic one and a solo one for just us. When I drew Frank, quite infamously, within our little chat, I did not draw his arms immediately, and he looked like a chess piece, as though he was chess piece Frank.
Son of a bitch turning me into a fucking chess piece. I hate that shit.
When we did Team Dark, Frank played the game, and I thought, okay, well, I want to draw him in the center. But the center perspective is closer to the camera, and I actually had to completely redraw Frank and myself to appear at a different angle. So I don't know if you can tell, but you're actually slightly different because they're a completely redrawn image.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because
my
the
right
angle, the
hand
perspective
is,
didn't
like,
work.
It's definitely like shifted to a different angle.
Yeah, and if you look at the circle part of the bottom, like you can
it's
see
like
way
more of a puddle.
So that's the kind of detail I put into the thumbnails these days, where I will, even though I could have just moved the characters, I decided to completely redraw them, and myself, because I had to draw myself at a different angle. As you can see, like I've got slightly more body as opposed to less.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously I drew Shadow, Omega, and Rouge, which will have my signature on them. Rouge, I flipped for the official artwork, if you want to call it that, when I uploaded just the Team Dark version.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he looked really weird looking off in the other direction. Also, Omega, I had a lot of problems with because he's very big, and I didn't know how to make him look big in the thumbnail without him being cut off, and I don't know if it worked. He looks kind of small. But I had a lot of fun with drawing him in particular, because I drew the full body of all of them, you know.
Right.
Sometimes when I draw a picture, you can't see what's behind them, and I don't draw that, but sometimes I do. And we got Team Rose with Amy, Big, and Cream. Pretty happy with them. I accidentally forgot to draw Cheese for a really long time, as I tend to do. Again, had to draw a new Mabini just for this angle. Yeah. Really out of the way I drew Big. So if you think back to how I drew him earlier, I think I drew him way better here.
Yeah, I love it.
Now, we haven't done Team Chaotix yet, but when we get to that, I will draw a new one for that as well.
Yeah.
And there they are. This is the piece that I uploaded. And yeah, so that's all the thumbnail. Well, I'm not done yet. This is the poster. The real life physical poster that I made for Mabini's birthday. So this is all the kind of extra art that I had. This is not a lot, don't worry. We'll go through it quick. So this is the original drawing. There it is colored. I don't think I have the full version, but there's that picture that's floating around.
Yeah.
Again, so we're traveling way back in time now. M Industries logo. It's just our halves. The idea was that we'd swap in whatever half we needed.
Yeah.
The AM Industries one. I actually drew Frank's way later.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell it looks a bit different. Different pen, obviously. So this is a cancelled series. This is actually a series that never saw the light of day.
Yeah.
Batman Arkham Knight. We never got to the 21st episode. This was a concept for what we were going to do, the Arkham Knight thing, which is a whole story in its own right, why that did not come to fruition. Basically, that game was broken on release, I guess is the long and short of it, and we could not record it. We couldn't play it on our computers.
Lovely.
It was way too big, and it had too many issues and so many stuff. But this was what was going to be the thumbnail. And I even did like a little thing. It's like, look, he's behind him. Isn't that cool? This is the M Industries outro picture. Yeah. We're doing the suit thing. I don't know why we're doing the suit thing, but we're doing the suit
thing. That was my
thing.
idea, so it looked professional and have suits.
This is Stame Wayne. Yeah. I don't remember why I made this.
This was my birthday.
Was it for your birthday?
So
okay.
This is a present.
Because you mentioned you mocked up like a Stame Wayne picture for some reason, and I thought, I'll just make that.
I made
I spent
like a bunch of them.
I spent so long trying to copy the basic like kind of starry
Yeah.
background of style. It does not look good. When you look at it closely, it all falls apart. Look, you got Frank with his skeletal leg coming out.
Yeah.
And look, this is Aaron.
I got
Aaron.
them
Aaron.
curvy bones.
And Liam is Darth Vader.
I'm Darth Vader and you're Luke Skywalker. And also the Death Star is replaced with the AIM logo.
Yeah.
So here's a picture I did for Pokemon Coliseum, where for some reason Wes comes in and it says "fuck yeah."
Yeah.
I don't remember the context, but there it is.
Yeah,
There's
it's
the drawing,
in one of the late
version, and
episodes.
the meme version. This is what the channel banner was for a long time.
Yeah.
When it was just Sim Industries, it's me and Mabini talking. My coloring is all over the place, like grey arms. What am I doing?
Oh, is that a VB?
Look, we got
long
Doritos
neck?
and we got Skittles and cigarettes and beer.
Yeah. And pizza.
There's some truth to this.
Yeah, a couple of VB long necks.
Yeah.
By the way, look at this. You see this mess? This is what happens when you try and scan in pictures. It gets this darkness in the corner. It's really fucking annoying.
That was just a nightmare creeping in.
Here's the current outro picture with Stephanie, and we're still doing the suit thing. I don't like this picture though, and it's for one reason. It's because I free-handed the head, and it is not a perfect circle, and it bothers me.
Oh.
And that's it. That's the only reason I don't like it. Also, Frank's eyes are weirdly dark. I don't know why.
You know, for a long time I forgot we were doing the suit thing, and I looked back at it and I was like, oh yeah, we're still doing the suit thing there.
We had a whole phase of suit things.
Yeah.
We had
I
a Google
didn't
Doc
say
that has a lot
anything
more
'cause
images.
No.
I
but
thought
couldn't get
I
the
looked
images
good
off
in a
there.
fucking suit, man.
Yeah.
You do look good in a fucking suit.
Yeah.
See, I'm not trying to force the hood in. And I
Frank's
think it
got
actually works
ponytail
well.
as well going.
This became a T-shirt that we all had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I currently have it hanging
the
above
Demon
my
Days,
monitor
Same
right
Days
now.
one.
It's currently.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
nice.
currently just there.
Yeah, I've got
there was a
actually
lot
got
of
mine
versions of
on
this.
now as well.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
mine
got my work shirt
disintegrated
on.
because I wore it too much. But yeah, this is obviously a reference to one of my favorite albums of all time, Demon Days by Gorillaz.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, we were a group of four, and you can't not. I've redrawn this album art for a lot of different
I
things.
don't remember why you did this, because I think I got you to do it. But I don't,
Really? Okay, I thought I just wanted to.
maybe
It feels like
you might
something I do.
you might okay, maybe you made it and you were like, hey, look at this, I made this cool thing, and then I was like, we should do something with it. Maybe that's what it was.
That might be
Because
it.
I'm drinking out of my stubby holder too. That's got
Oh yes, it's got this on it as well.
got it on it as well. I think Frank's got a mug.
I mean,
as well. So.
I just did this sometimes. I just make miscellaneous art.
Yeah, but we
for-
use this
no
for
reason, just
our
fun.
10 years of SAIM Industries artwork as well.
Ah.
Same decade.
Okay. Well, that's probably what's on it. It says same decade, doesn't
Yeah.
it? The words. Because I don't have words on my version. So this is the current channel banner. And actually, I was thinking maybe you could use this for the podcast that we recorded today.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I'm pretty fond of this. There are issues with it. I think the outlines aren't the right colors. And you may have noticed there's a period of time where I've got a black screen, like actual black, and then I eventually use the same outline color.
Why is there like a
But
line that goes
you got
straight
Frank
through
on
your
the
face?
screen in the background looking like a creepy pasta. So I used the same line thickness for the whole drawing, but because you're far away, it just makes it look like everything's inflated and it looks really stupid. And I don't know why I did that. Coca-Cola has this really annoying thing where they write like share a Coke with blank, and it has a Australian version. It's like share a Coke with your mate, and stupid shit like that. And that promotion or whatever went on for a really long time, and we would constantly, whenever we grabbed a Coke, we would like to say, what is it now? And it's like, oh, this one says middle-aged man in lycra or something stupid.
Hey,
Some
bro,
stupid Australian-
Sarah, Johnny, Jimmy.
There's a line that I think it's from the laptop light that's going across your face.
Oh yeah, it is. It's overlapped my face a bit.
No, but
Lovely.
there's like a bit.
Well-
It looks like you've erased it, and then there's another bit that hasn't actually erased it on your
And
face.
here as well.
There's like a line
And
of
yours
it.
as well. Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah.
It? Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
can. Right there. Yep. Never be able to unsee that again.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Because I wonder if you got them all like separate bits, maybe you can just erase that.
You just think it's normal because that line's just been burned into your retinas. So
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
see it unless someone points it out.
This is how I lost sight in my left eye. I'm surprised you don't remember this.
Yeah.
Also, your mouth has got like a different color because again, I wanted to show that you,
Have a mouth.
instead of it just being black inside, so you could actually see the detail of your mouth. And you got Stephanie in the back editing the videos. She does not sit here watching us
No, that won't be fun.
while we jabber on. But yeah, she's like sort of breaking the
I like
fourth
we've got
wall.
different coloured chairs as well. I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a blue chair,
All
brown
sorts
chair,
of
and
stupid things like
green chair for Stephanie.
that. Microphones. Our microphones do not look like that. They
No.
do just. I think it was based off the original image, the image I had before.
Yeah.
This one, that microphone
put
there,
pop
which is also
filter.
not what our microphone looked like at the time.
Yeah.
That's like a fucking speakeasy microphone. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like because I think we were supposed to be like in a radio center
Yeah.
or something like that.
Now we got some iconic images. That classic Ratatouille
Stephanie's right. You get the mileage.
Yeah, always got to show this one. I do not even remember what series it was or what the context it was. That I said one of us said Stephanie is actually controlled by a fucking rat like a
Yeah, her
Ratatouille,
pet
and I
rat.
decided to draw the picture. There she is. what was the series? I don't
can't
even remember. And
Chester's
yeah,
Bank.
my magnum opus,
Yeah.
the best picture I've ever drawn.
It's very unfortunate that you peaked with me. I mean, that's unfortunate.
I always peak with you, Frank. And then this also Mabini sent me the other night is what this was something for Sonic Adventure 1.
I
It's
sent
like
it to
Professor
you
Chaos.
in an email with Tails stuff. So it's because we used to call him Chouse.
Right.
And so we're like, he
Chouse.
reads. He's Chouse. He reads.
There's a lot more artwork. It's on the Google Drive, but this is all I've got downloaded. Yeah. So there you go. That's the artwork. I have I say little. It's probably been like an hour of or like 2 hours.
Only about 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah, about 2 hours of going through all my
condensing
fucking artwork I made
15
for
years
this
of
channel.
art into 2 hours seems like a pretty good conversion rate to me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so. This is how much time I've wasted of my fucking life on this stupid fucking channel.
Yeah.
Bottom text.
Drawing free commissions for these fucking ungrateful shitheads.
Ungrateful, yeah, okay, man.
Drawing your fucking OCs
Yeah.
in cool fucking scenarios, wielding like sick ass swords and being chess pieces and shit, and you just fucking spit on me. Which is honestly deserved. Anyway, I think that I think that's all I really got to say. So there's a unique 15-year anniversary video that probably no one will watch except for me.
Yeah.
I hope there's nice music at least to keep people entertained throughout this video, because we've been sitting here in total silence.
Definitely make sure it's like the most unwatchable like elevator piano music from hell going on the entire
Beautiful.
time.
Yeah.
It's like one of those like elevator musics where it's like a 5-second loop, not even like a full 3-minute song.
God.
Did you know I hate our audience? Because I do.
Yes.
I hate them.
Yeah, I know. We all know, Frank. Anyway, that's it. Goodbye.
Adios.